Hi everyone! I have another math video for you today. In our last math lesson, we learned about triangles and circles. Let me show you one more time. Remember, a triangle, we learned, has 3 sides because you have one side right here, one there, and one there. A side is a straight line. So there's one here, here, and here. And we learned that there's 3 vertices. That means there's 3 corners. So you can see right here, the 2 lines meet, or the 2 sides meet, and there's a corner. There's one corner here and another one here. So triangles have 3 sides and 3 vertices. And we learned that a circle has 0 sides and 0 vertices. Because if you look at a circle, there's no straight lines. You see? There's only a curve. This is a curve. So there's no straight lines, so there's no sides, and there's no vertices. Today we're going to learn about 2 new shapes, a square and a rectangle. Let me show you how to draw a square first. So a square looks just like this. I think everyone knows how to draw a square. Just like this. When you draw a square, it's really important to remember that all of the sides are equal. So see these lines, all like they're the same length. That's what a square is. Let me draw or write the word square too. Let's figure out how many sides a square has. How many straight lines do you see in a square? I see one up here. I see one over here. One here. And one more over here. So we know there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Now let's figure out how many corners there are, how many vertices there are. So I see one corner right here. Do you see another corner? Yeah, I see another corner right down here. And I see 2 more, one right here and one right here. So that is a square. Again, it's really important to remember that all of the sides are equal. They're all the same length. Now let's look at a rectangle. Let me show you a rectangle right here. So a rectangle is a little bit different. When you draw a rectangle, 2 sides are long and 2 sides are short, like that. Or it can look like this. 2 long sides, 2 short sides. Just like that. I'm going to write the word rectangle right here too. Just like that. So let's look at a rectangle again and figure out how many sides and vertices it has. So a side is a straight line. So I see one straight line here. I see another line here. And there's 2 more sides. Do you see where the sides are? Look for the straight lines. There's one right here. And there's another one right here. So we know a rectangle has 4 sides. Okay, now let's look at the corners or the vertices. So this is a little bit trickier, but let's do it over here actually. Let's see. So I see one corner right here because I see a line here or a side here and here. So I know that they meet right here. So that's one vertice. There's one more over here. Do you see the other 2? Yeah, there's one down here and there's one more down here. So rectangle has 4 sides and 4 vertices. Okay, let's look at these one more time. Oh, I forgot to write 4 vertices up here. A square has 4 sides and 4 vertices. And a rectangle has 4 sides and 4 vertices too. The only difference is how you draw them. Remember, square has 4 equal sides, and a rectangle has 2 long sides and 2 short sides. So now that we know about that and the rectangle and the square, we're going to do a little lesson about just a rectangle. Just like the lessons that we do in school and the one that we did last week. Here we go. Let's see how we do.
How can you identify and name rectangles?
Let's see. How can you identify and name rectangles?
Hello, this is my friend Roberto. We just finished watching some of the petting zoo workers put up a new sign. Roberto says the sign is a rectangle. I don't know what a rectangle looks like. Do you? I'd like to know. Let's find out.
Let's look at that sign really quick. Do you think that sign is a rectangle? Right here. That sign right there. What do you think? Is it a rectangle? Yeah, I think it is. Let's see. Let me zoom back out. Yeah, that sign's a rectangle. Oh, let me zoom in a little bit more. Sorry. There you go. Okay. Here we go. Next slide.
Miss Lynn has frames of all different shapes in her frame store. She wants her daughter to help sort the frames. One set of frames will be rectangles. The other set of frames will be shapes that are not rectangles. How will her daughter know which frames are rectangles? This shape is a rectangle. It is a two-dimensional or flat shape. It has 4 straight sides and 4 vertices. The vertices in a rectangle are square, like the corner of a piece of paper. Click to move the blue rectangle into the section labeled Rectangles.
Okay, let's move this into the rectangle side.
This shape is not a rectangle. It does not have 4 straight sides and 4 vertices. Click to move it into the section labeled Not Rectangles.
So, what is that? What is that shape? It's not a rectangle. What is it? We learned about it last week, or in our last video, I mean. This is a circle.
Now, sort the other shapes into the set's rectangles and not rectangles. Is this shape a rectangle? Click to find out.
Okay, let's look at this shape. Is this a rectangle? How can we find out if it's a rectangle or not? What can we look at? The first thing we could look at is the sides, right? Let's see how many sides this has. I see one side there. I see one right there. And I see one at the top there. So there's actually 3 sides. How many sides do rectangles have? Rectangles have 4 sides, and this has 3, so we know that's not a rectangle.
This is not a rectangle. It does not have 4 straight sides and 4 vertices. Is this shape a rectangle? Go ahead and click it.
Okay, let's look at this one. Is this a rectangle? How many sides does it have? It has 4 sides. How many corners does it have? Let me zoom in a little bit. It has 4 sides. How many corners or vertices does it have? I see 1 there, 2, 3, and 4. So it has 4 sides and 4 vertices. So I think that's going to be a rectangle. Let's see if we're right.
This is a rectangle. It has 4 straight sides and 4 vertices. Is this shape a rectangle?
Is that a rectangle? Let's see. So let's figure out how many sides it has first. I see 1 side at the bottom. There's 1 side right here. And there's 1 side right here. So it has 3 sides. And rectangles have how many sides? Rectangles have 4 sides. So just based off that, we know that's not going to be a rectangle.
This is not a rectangle. It does not have 4 straight sides and 4 vertices. How about this shape? Is it a rectangle?
Okay, this is going to be our last one. Let's look at this shape over here. Now this shape looks really, really similar to this one too, right? They look like they're the same shape. They both have 4 sides, and they both have 4 vertices. So this is a rectangle.
This is a rectangle. It has 4 straight sides and 4 vertices.
Okay.
Is this shape a rectangle?
Okay, let's go to the next slide.
Are all of these shapes the same? No. Are any of these shapes rectangles? Yes. How do you know which shapes are rectangles? A rectangle has 4 straight sides and 4 vertices. Is this a rectangle? Click to find out.
Do you think this is a rectangle? What do you think? Yes or no? Is this a rectangle? Let's see.
Yes, this is a rectangle. Click to mark an X on each of the other rectangles. Remember, a square is a special kind of rectangle with 4 sides of equal length. When you're ready, check your answer.
So, it just said that a square is a special kind of rectangle. So let's find the squares first because we know square is a rectangle. So do you see any shapes that look like a rectangle but have 4 equal sides? Where are the squares at? I see one right here. I think that's a square. And I think this is a square too. So we know those are both rectangles. Squares are rectangles. So we have 2 rectangles right there. We have that one that we already found. Let's look. What about that one? Is that a rectangle? Or that, or that, or that? I don't think they are rectangles. These 2 are circles, and those 2 are triangles. Let's keep looking. What about this one? What do you think? I see 4 sides and 4 vertices. So I think that's a rectangle. Let's see, how many more rectangles do you see? I'm going to give you a chance to look for yourself. I see 3 more rectangles, and I want to see if you can find the rectangles too. I see 1 rectangle here. I see 1 here. And I see 1 more right there. Everything that we clicked, well, not everything. These 2 don't count. We're not going to talk about those right now. But look, these 4 or 5, they all have 2 long sides and they both have 2 short sides. These squares are a little tricky. They're squares, but they're also rectangles. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rectangles. Let's see if we're right.
Good job. You found all of the rectangles. How many rectangles did you find? 7. Do all of the rectangles look the same? Select the green check mark for yes or the red X for no.
Let's see. Do all of the rectangles look the same? What do you think? No, I don't think they all look the same because these squares look different, right? The squares have 4 equal sides and the rectangles don't have all 4 sides that are equal. So I'm going to hit the green or the red X. That means no, they don't all look the same.
Good job. Rectangles can be different sizes, colors, and positions, but all rectangles have 4 straight sides and 4 vertices.
Okay, and I think that's it.
Now let's practice.
Great job. Okay. Everyone did a great job today. Now we know that squares and rectangles both have 4 sides and they both have 4 vertices. When you're at home this week, I want you to practice drawing and building rectangles and squares just like you did with the other lesson. Remember I built a circle out of Play-Doh and I built a triangle out of Play-Doh too? I want you to do the same thing but with squares and rectangles. Remember, a square has 4 equal sides, like this, and a rectangle has 2 long sides and 2 short sides, just like this. Have fun this week. Bye.